If I told you that getting better sleep could do more for your kidney health than almost anything else you do in your day. Before my transplant, I slept like a baby. I had zero issues. But after my transplant, I kind of learned the hard way that true restorative sleep takes a little bit of intention and focus. Aloha, friend. My name is Gina Marisa, and today I'm sharing why sleep is especially important post transplant. And I have some simple tips and holistic strategies that can help you get the quality rest that your body is craving. So, why is sleep important, and why is it important for transplant recipients? I understand the challenges you face as a kidney transplant recipient, including sleep disturbances due to medications. But since you're kind of stuck with taking them, you have to think outside the box. And luckily, I have done the thinking for you, which is why I'm sharing it with you today. So, here are just a few ways that sleep is linked to healing and long term health. So, rest repairs tissues and supports your immune system. Lack of sleep increases stress hormones, which can impact your kidney function. And sleep affects medication processing, your mood, and your focus. So, if you've ever noticed that one bad night of sleep makes your whole next day harder, imagine what that does for your body over weeks and months. So, before giving you some sleep hygiene tips, yes, sleep hygiene is a thing. Here are some things that absolutely just destroy your deep and your REM sleep. Number one, alcohol. Alcohol before bed just crushes your deep and your REM cycles. So whether you think that it helps you fall asleep, that may be the case, but overall, you're not getting good quality sleep that night. So no alcohol before bed. Um, the other thing is blue light at night. Oh my gosh, the gnats are killing me. It blue light stops melatonin production. Chronic stress keeps your cortisol high and blocks your sleep architecture. And having an irregular sleep schedule um, just blocks your circadian rhythm and prevents recovery. So, sleep hygiene. First of all, create a sleep friendly environment. So, what does that mean? Keeping your room cool and dark and quiet is important. Limit, again, the blue light from phones and TVs and computers. If you have to, use blackout curtains or a sleep mask. So, what I've noticed is that even the little tiny lights, like on my air conditioner, it's a red light, and we actually have to cover it up with a washcloth because it's just when you wake up in the middle of the night, especially, it's super bright. That little red light. So light suppresses melatonin. So if you can't cover up all of your little lights, get a sleep mask. And try aromatherapy. Essential oils like lavender can help to promote relaxation and sleep. You could also follow a sleep friendly diet. So, consuming a balanced diet with adequate protein supports overall health. And some foods, like cherries in particular, contain natural melatonin. Turkey and bananas also promote sleep due to their tryptophan content. Um, Regular exercise um, uh, can also help you to have better sleep. Adjusting for your kidney function and your doctor's advice, of course, that depends on where you are in your transplant journey. But exercise can help you to improve your sleep quality. But you should avoid any intense activity close to bedtime. So, no hit exercises like an hour before you go to bed. And then the next thing that you want to do is design a sleep ritual that is just for you. So choose 2 to 3 calming activities before bed. That could be reading, gentle stretching, meditation, journaling, anything like that, anything calming. This signals to your body that it's time to wind down. And then you also want to be very consistent, like brushing your teeth, so that it just becomes automatic. You also want to avoid any heavy meals, caffeine, or nicotine close to bedtime. And then you could also incorporate relaxation techniques. So into your routine. So things like deep breathing exercises. I know I've mentioned this before, the 4-7-8 technique, where you breathe in for a count of 4, you hold it for a count of 7, and then you exhale for a count of 8. I do this every night for 3 or 4 times, and it's so, I don't know what it is about the 4-7-8, but it works. And then you could also try the progressive muscle relaxation. So where you're tensing your muscles and then you relax different muscle groups in your body. Another one that I love is yoga nidra. This is a form of meditation that is super relaxing and something that I offer my clients. You can find several meditations on yoga nidra on the Insight Timer app, which is free. So, another reason why I love that app. And then you want to make sleep a priority. So, I used to be teased for like leaving parties earlier years ago, and um, saying, I couldn't hack staying up late. But really I was trying to get my body into a routine, because really sleep is super important for your overall body function, and especially post transplant, because you're taking these medications that kind of interact with your good quality sleep. So I make sleep a priority in my life, and you should too. So, what does this look like? Well, setting regular wake and sleep times. Yes, that includes the weekends. Your body craves this rhythm. So, even if people tease you or whatever, try to work past that and say, you know what, it's important for my health. And protect your bedtime like it's an important appointment, which, as I mentioned, which is what I did years ago. I don't have to worry about that as much these days, but I realize that if you're out around other people and going to parties and stuff, you might have that issue. And then just reframe rest as productivity. It's a part of your job, and it's for your kidney health and your career. So that's kind of the basic gist of it. And I know that starting a new routine can seem overwhelming at first. And I definitely want you to get better sleep sooner rather than later. So I suggest starting with just one change this week. And I would try the change for, I would give it a week. And if it doesn't work, then try something else or add something else. So, for instance, maybe the change you want to start with this week is putting your phone away 30 minutes before bed, or diffusing lavender essential oil at night. As I've said before, small steps really do add up. And some nights will be tough, and that's okay. What matters is creating habit to help your body feel safe and supported. And that way, it's also easier to kind of get back into it. And I also just want to say finally that you might have to try several techniques in order to find what works for you. So, for instance, for me, I do red light therapy. I take magnesium L-threonate, and I put neroli essential oil on the bottom of my feet. This has taken me a while to kind of figure out, but it's been a game changer for my sleep, and my aura ring is confirming that I'm getting the good sleep that I need. The other important thing that I do that I would highly, highly suggest is getting the sun's first light in your eyes within 30 minutes of waking. I really think that this has been one of the main game changers for me because I just started doing this in July, I think, very consistently. So getting up every morning. And, I have my routine in the morning as well. And I get up and I brush my teeth, I feed my cat, and I make my warm lemon water, and then I take it outside and I stand and I face the sun, getting the light in my eyes and on as much of my body as possible. So pretty soon here when it gets colder, I won't be wearing this outside. I can promise you that. But and while I'm standing there, I'm grounding. So I'm standing in the grass and I'm getting the vitamin D that's important. And what else? And then the sunlight helps to reset the circadian rhythm, which helps to reset the wake and sleep time in your body. Um, but also, so that's what works for me. But maybe for you, it's doing yoga nidra. You wear a sleep mask and you eat a small banana for bed. But you won't know until you try. So start with one or two things and then go from there. So, to recap, sleep isn't a luxury. Quality sleep is super important and it's essential for healing, focus, and protecting your kidney. So, I'd love to know, what is the hardest part of sleep for you right now? Share it in the comments below. And if you got value from this video, please like and share it. That helps me, obviously, with the algorithm. And for more weekly holistic transplant wellness tips, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And I will see you next week.